Hey there, folks out on YouTube. Thanks for stopping by while I show off my grandfather's pocket knives out of his collection. So welcome. If you're new, welcome back. This one is a vom Cleff and Company. My research indicates that they were an importer out of, or I guess I should say in New York. And I have a couple of sources. One is just online. I was going through the All About Pocket Knives forums, and I found somebody talking about Von Cleff, and they relayed that Goins had them in business between 1885 and 1926, which is pretty cool. I don't have a copy of Goins, so I have to go off of that, but I do have a copy of Levine's, and Levine's has them in business 1887 to 1930. So according to Goins, this would be almost coming up on a 100-year-old pocket knife. According to Levine's, it would be coming up on like a 96 or 90-year-old pocket knife. All the way back to the 1800s. This is a very similar multifunction pocket knife to a Carl Raider that I showed off, some weeks ago, almost exact, but with slight differences. This one, as you can see, is not as nice, as more damage to it, at least on this side. This side is okay, but it does have some kind of chips coming out of there. So that's kind of a bummer. It does have tweezers on this side, but on this side it's missing. It's I guess usually it's a toothpick. But it's a really interesting piece, a whole bunch of different blade types. They all work pretty good, so it's pretty cool. Has, I don't know if I want to go through all of them here, but it has button hooks. It has all the hits, meaning it has scissors. It does have a saw somewhere in here, if I can remember which one of these it was. It's a little bit difficult to get out, so it's another reason I don't really want to go through all of them. So I'm actually going to leave that there. As far as pulling it, I'm looking for the saw. It does have a saw, so you'll probably have to trust me on that one. And then at the bottom, it has these interesting pieces. I guess this is probably a drill. And then it has a nail file that's pretty interesting because it's kind of flat here. So that's pretty neat. And I believe this is a needle for sewing big fat canvas or something like that. And then the usual corkscrew, and it does say this pocket knife does say Germany on it, so they imported the von Cleff guys did import these knives from England and Germany. It's hard to tell. Sorry, I'm struggling with this. This whole video is going to be me struggling trying to take out the blades. Let's see, what was I saying? See, it's got a bunch of just different blade styles. They all work as far as like the pull and the snap, so it's not in like terrible condition or anything. Just a bunch of different sized blades here. Maybe I will end up taking them all out. I don't know. But yeah, just real interesting piece. It does look used and clean. It does have the sandpaper lines on it on a lot of these blades. So I don't know, just kind of interesting. How does that come out? Okay. Yeah, just like every one of these is like tiny blades, so I don't know if they've been sharpened down or reprofiled or what. Still have yet to find the saw. I know it's here. The scissors that you've already seen. There it is. Okay, there it is, because the nick was all the way at the top here. So yeah, kind of a cool multi-function pearl-handled pocket knife. More blades. I guess I am gonna end up taking them all out. Can't forget this little punch guy. Punch. So there you go. Pretty interesting. A little worse for wear, especially on this side, but yeah, kind of a cool decorator item. I don't know how useful this would have been. Probably, I might suspect more of a display kind of thing, but it does seem used, so I'm not sure. But always interesting. You never know with these like 90, 100-year-old pocket knives, the journeys that they've taken. So pretty darn cool, pretty interesting. So that is going to do it for this guy. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found that interesting. And as always, on to the next one. Thanks for sticking around this long. Bye for now.